The first time Elias noticed the alien, it was raining. Not the soft, harmless drizzle tourists loved, but the kind of rain that soaked through boots and bone alike. The neon lights of Dockside Sector 12 reflected off the puddles outside Elias's tavern, the broken compass flickering like dying stars. That was when the old alien stepped inside. He was small, hunched, and wrapped in a threadbare cloak that looked like it had once been ceremonial. Before time, an exile stripped it of meaning. His skin was pale silver, cracked like old porcelain, and his eyes glowed faintly amber beneath a heavy brow. He smelled faintly of ozone and rust. Most people would have thrown him out. Dockside wasn't kind to the weak, and Elias had learned long ago that kindness here usually got you robbed or worse. But the alien didn't ask for anything. He simply sat at the farthest table, hands folded, watching the room like he was remembering something far away. That night, when Elias closed up, he left a bowl of hot stew on the table. The alien didn't thank him. He only nodded once, deeply, as if acknowledging a debt too large for words. That was how it began. Every day after that, the alien returned. Sometimes at dusk, sometimes long after midnight. He never spoke, never caused trouble, never asked for more than what Elias offered. And Elias, without telling anyone, made sure there was always food waiting. A bowl of stew, a piece of bread, clean water. Over the years, Elias noticed things. The alien never aged, at least not visibly. His frailty remained constant, like a wound frozen in time. Sometimes, faint lines of light would pulse beneath his skin, especially when the tavern's old power core malfunctioned. And sometimes, late at night, Elias would catch him staring at the stars through the grimy viewport, his expression filled with something dangerously close to grief. Regulars noticed him too. "Why'd you keep feeding that thing?" one spacer asked once, half drunk and loud. "He pays," Elias replied calmly. "With what?" Elias wiped the counter. "With silence." No one pressed further. The galaxy outside Dockside was changing. New alliances formed. Old empires fractured. Whispers of vanished systems and erased species drifted through the tavern like smoke. Elias listened, but he didn't pry. His world was small. A bar, a handful of regulars, and an old alien who ate quietly in the corner. Until the night the alien spoke. It was subtle, almost easy to miss. "Your kindness," the alien said softly, his voice like metal stretched thin, "is dangerous." Elias froze, glass in hand. "Everything here is dangerous," Elias replied after a moment. "You hungry?" The alien's amber eyes met his. For the first time, they were sharp, intelligent, heavy with history. "Yes," he said, "but not for food." That night, the lights flickered longer than usual. Months passed. The alien grew weaker. His movement slowed. His breathing became shallow. Elias noticed faint scorch marks appearing on his skin, like energy leaking from a cracked vessel. He doubled the portions, slipped nutrient supplements into the food, even called in favors to get alien-grade medicine. Nothing helped. One night, the alien placed a small object on the table before him. A ring. Smooth, dark metal, warm to the touch, etched with symbols that shifted when Elias tried to focus on them. "If they come," the alien said, "do not give them this." Elias frowned. "Who's they?" But the alien had already closed his eyes. They came 3 days later. Black SUVs, boxy, armored, unmistakably off-world, screeched to a stop outside the broken compass. Their engines hummed with power far beyond anything local enforcement carried. The tavern fell silent. Figures in dark uniforms poured out, weapons drawn, insignias Elias didn't recognize glowing faintly on their sleeves. The door slammed open hard enough to rattle the walls. "Everyone stay where you are." Elias felt the ring grow warm in his pocket. Their leader stepped forward, helmet retracting to reveal cold, human eyes. "We're looking for an alien male. Elderly, silver skin, highly classified." The alien sat unmoving at his table. Elias stepped in front of him. "He's a customer," Elias said. "He's done nothing wrong." The leader studied Elias for a long moment. Then his gaze flicked to the alien, and something like fear crossed his face. "You have no idea what you're protecting." "Maybe not," Elias replied, "but I know what I won't give up." The room hummed. The alien stood, and a galaxy held its breath. The frail figure straightened, his hunched posture melting away. Light erupted from the cracks in his skin, golden and blinding. The tavern's power system screamed as energy surged through the walls. The soldiers stumbled back. "I was once called Veil Tyr," the alien said, his voice now layered, resonant, ancient. "Architect of stars. Last sovereign of the continuum." The leader dropped to one knee. Veil Tyr turned to Elias. "I hid among your kind because your world had forgotten me, and because one human fed me without asking who I was." The SUVs outside buckled, metal warping like paper under invisible pressure. "I was betrayed," Veil Tyr continued, "stripped of form, hunted by those who feared what I represented." His gaze hardened. "And you follow me anyway." The soldiers tried to raise their weapons. They never fired. When it was over, the SUVs were gone. So were the soldiers. The tavern stood intact, as if nothing had happened, except for the scorch marks etched permanently into the floor. Veil Tyr sat once more, smaller now, dimmer, but peaceful. "My strength is returning," he said. Slowly, Elias poured him a bowl of stew with shaking hands. "So God," Veil Tyr smiled faintly. "No, just old." They sat in silence. Weeks later, dockside changed. Trade routes shifted. Piracy vanished. Systems long dead flickered back to life. No one knew why. One morning, Elias found the tavern paid in full for life. The ring vanished from his pocket. The old alien never returned. But sometimes when Elias closed the tavern late at night, he swore the stars outside burned just a little brighter. And on one quiet table in the corner, there was always warmth, like someone had just been there. The warmth on the table didn't fade. Days passed, then weeks. Elias kept opening the tavern at the same hour, polishing the same counter, setting out one extra bowl of stew without thinking about it. Customers came and went, unaware of what had been saved or lost within these walls. But Elias noticed the small things. The tavern's ancient power core no longer faltered. Broken instruments repaired themselves overnight. Star charts pinned behind the bar began updating with routes no navigator had logged yet, glowing faintly before settling into ink and paper again. One night, as Elias locked up, he heard a familiar voice, not from behind him, but from everywhere. "Kindness echoes longer than power," it said. Elias didn't turn around. He didn't need to. Outside, the stars above Dockside Sector 12 rearranged themselves, forming a brief, impossible pattern. One he somehow understood was a farewell. The warmth on the table finally faded. But every traveler who stepped into the broken compass after that swore the same thing. The place felt safer, calmer, like something ancient was watching over it. Elias never spoke of the old alien again. He didn't have to. Some debts, he had learned, were paid not with gold or glory, but by simply being remembered.